What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And I want to speak on this episode. I want to speak about the comparison between Michael Jordan and Vince Carter. I recently ran across a post where a guy was saying that Vince Carter, in his opinion, was the most uh, athletic basketball player to ever play at the University of North Carolina, right? And the guy said that he didn't really have an opportunity to see Michael Jordan play, but he did see Vince Carter, and so he based his decision solely on Vince Carter. And so I'm gonna find this guy's his his statement, and just let you hear what he said about Vince Carter. Then I'm gonna come back and I am going to give my opinion.
I ain't see Michael Jordan play at the University of North Carolina, but I did see Vince Carter, and you couldn't tell me Vince Carter was the most athletic shooting guard / small forward in Carolina history, man. All respect to Michael Jordan, but Vince Carter, I saw this man play. His head was on the box, Joe. Vince Carter was something different at the University of North Carolina. And the thing about it is, if you were a basketball fan, you knew the NBA where it's wide open. Vince Carter was going to dominate. Like in North Carolina, he gave you 7 points his freshman year, 13 sophomore, 15 junior. Not super duper numbers, but you knew in the pros where the game is wide open, Vince Carter was going to go crazy because he showed that athleticism, man. They throwing lobs from half court, Shammond Williams, man, Ed Cota, throw it up, let Vince Carter go get it, man. It was ridiculous watching him, Joe. You couldn't tell me there's another two guard or small forward more athletic in UNC history, man. Vince Carter was different with that Carolina jersey on. You see these dunks, it's crazy, V. I ain't see Michael Jordan.
All right, so that was a guy. He was saying that Vince Carter, everything that he's seen in Vince Carter was showed that Vince Carter was the most athletic player, right? So I think I number one, I disagree. Michael Jordan was definitely more athletic than Vince Carter. Now, Vince Carter, like looking at his highlights and watching, the plays that he made and stuff like that. Only thing that Vince Carter could do from an athletic standpoint was he had a higher vertical. He had a higher vertical than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, I think, is like when he was in college, Mike was like 6'6", right? So Michael Jordan's 6'6". I think Vince Carter's like 6'8". But Vince Carter, his vertical, I'll give it to him. That's the only advantage that Vince Carter has over Michael Jordan. Now, Michael Jordan, like some of the plays that Mike made, like I remember one game against against who was it? I think it was Cleveland or Atlanta when it was New Jersey. Mike started from one side of the rim, had the ball over his head. The defender reached for it. Mike brought the ball down to like his waist and then brought it up on the other side of the rim. That, you know what I mean? That was athletic. Those were the kind of plays that Mike made, like the alley oops and stuff that you see Vince Carter doing amazing plays. The time that Vince Carter jumped over the guys, a guy was like 7 feet tall, and Vince Carter jumped over this guy's head. That was amazing, right? But those plays that Vince Carter made demonstrated Vince Carter's vertical leap. They didn't demonstrate like Vince Carter's athleticism. Michael Jordan, one game against who's the guy? Drazen Petrovic. Michael Jordan had the ball over his head with one hand, and he jumped, and the guy Drazen jumped too, and Drazen was going to block Mike's shot. Mike brought the ball back, just palming the ball, brought it back down, and allowed the guy to. Mike hung in the air while the guy Drazen just slowly went down, and Mike just drifted to the side of him and shot it off the glass. That's just crazy. Vince Carter could never make a play like that. He didn't have that type of athleticism. Mike could hang in the air, Mike could go from one side of the rim, like one side of the lane to the other side of the lane, and and split defenders and make shots off the glass. Mike was on a fast break one time coming down against Detroit. Bill Laimbeer was coming hard, and it was on a fast break. Just Mike and Bill Laimbeer. Mike turned his back to Bill Laimbeer and threw the ball up off the glass. That's just crazy. Man, look, go do your research, watch Michael Jordan highlights, and then and watch Vince Carter was amazing. Only thing that Vince Carter could do, the only advantage that Vince Carter had over Mike Jordan was his vertical leap. I'll give that to Vince Carter. But as far as like being athletic, it to me it's not even close. Michael Jordan was way more athletic than Vince Carter. That's like saying that so if you think that Vince Carter is more athletic than Michael Jordan, that's like saying Dominique Wilkins is more athletic than Michael Jordan, or Sean Kemp is more athletic than Michael Jordan, and they are not. They can jump higher than Michael Jordan, but the moves and how Mike shifts his body and switch from hand to hand or glide from one side of the lane to the other side of the lane, I've never seen Vince Carter make that. Every move that Vince Carter or spectacular dunk he made is he was going over top, like vertical. He was going vertical over top of people. Mike athleticism, not only could he go vertical over top, I seen Mike dunk on this who was the guy? Tree Rollins. No, that athleticism. Mike dunked on Patrick Ewing. He dunked on what's the 7-foot guy? Manute Bol. He dunked on let me see who else he dunked on. What's the guy? No. Dikembe Mutombo. He dunked on him. So Mike had vertical. I think Mike vertical, it was either 43 or 48, something like that, his vertical. And so it might have been, I don't know. It was 40 something. He had 40 something inch vertical. And he had 4.3 speed. I think it was 4.3. Mike Jordan had 4.3 speed. Is that crazy? That's crazy. No way, man. No way that Vince Carter is more athletic than Michael Jordan. It's just no way. That's my take on it. Y'all should go look at for yourself. If you didn't have an opportunity to see Michael Jordan play, or you didn't have an opportunity to watch Vince Carter, watch the highlights and compare the highlights and listen to what I'm saying. Vertical leap, Vince Carter, he got Mike with the vertical leap. He definitely jumped out the gym. That's the same thing as Dominique Wilkins, though. Dominique Wilkins jumped way higher than Michael Jordan. He got him with the vertical leap. Sean Kemp jumped way higher than Michael Jordan. He got him with the vertical leap. But athleticism, it's like no way. It's all about Mike on this one. And so that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'll check you all out in the next video.